Welcome to Stories and Collects, where today we will be answering 2 VR responses.
How many?
2.
Oh, what are VRs?
They're answering to something that somebody else
Video responses.
Yeah.
Well, you said we're going to do 2 video responses for 2 VRs. Oh, stop biting me, kitty.
They still kind of look like feet.
Okay, so yeah, we're doing 2 VRs.
Yep.
One is for Media Marauder, and the other is for hold on, North Coast baseball cards. So first, we're going to start with Media Marauder. I got hooked on him probably about 2 or 3 weeks now, and it's an awesome channel for anybody that hasn't done it. His main thing really is TTMs, and he does TTMs to everybody and anybody, any and all sports. With me, big NASCAR fan, racing fan. He does a lot of NASCAR drivers, and gets a lot of TTMs from them. But he also does baseball, basketball, a lot of football. I've seen him do hockey. He's done golf, and it's really, again, go check it out. It's an awesome channel. He does blind trades with people. You send him cards, he'll sign cards. He'll send you signed cards back, usually from the same year, most of the time from the same set. Anyway, what he wants for his VR is, one, what we like about the channel. Geez, I think I just said that about 100 times. And 2, what could he improve on?
Which is where I come in.
Right. But what we like about the channel is just all the different varieties of sports, icons, I'm going to say. Even like the lesser players and everything else, they're still athletes, so they're amazing. They can do a lot of things that I can't do. I know that for sure. But I really enjoy watching all his different content. He also does stuff where he has gone to yard sales and stuff and picked up stuff, and then he flips them and sells them online to get the money to send out all his TTMs. I asked him how many TTMs he sends out a week, and he said around 100 a week is what he sends out. And that's just mind-blowing. But yeah, so that's what he wanted, is what we like, and I'll hand it over to JR, and he can tell you what we think you can improve, which I don't think there's much you can improve on, but...
Yeah, so there isn't really much that you could improve on, other than for us younger guys who are just now getting into cards.
Right.
We'd kind of like more background information of the older players.
Yeah.
And maybe do a little bit more variety with some of the newer players.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's the VR response. Again, we love your channel. We're going to keep watching all your content. Yeah. So there you go. There's the VR response for you. And our second VR response is for North Coast. Sorry. Got to stop talking with my tongue in my teeth. North Coast baseball cards. And what he's looking for is a video response highlighting your collection. So he wants your favorite base card, your favorite chrome card, your favorite refractor card, your favorite numbered card, your favorite auto card, your favorite relic, your favorite vintage, and your favorite graded.
Not in that order.
In that order.
No.
That is the order.
No, I was doing it. I was watching it. He wanted the graded. He wanted the vintage first and then the graded.
That's what I said.
At the end. No, you didn't.
Oh. Don't argue with me.
No
soup for you.
We did just watch his video. To hear the rules again.
Because we also went a step farther, and not only did we do one of everything to show the collection, we went with all the different sports.
Well, we tried to.
We tried to go with all different sports. We couldn't find everything because, unfortunately, with our graded, we don't have a big selection of graded cards.
Nah, we got.
And with the vintage, I let JR pick his favorite vintage, and it card sets baseball.
Yeah.
So first, we're going to start with number 1, the base card.
All right. So the base card we actually found my dad found in the floor of his parents.
Yeah, my parents, the house that I grew up in, my parents' house. Underneath the rug and the linoleum, when we redid the house after a tornado went through, we ripped out the one bedroom to make the bathroom bigger, and underneath the laminate or the linoleum and the carpet was this card.
Yep, Larry Mickey. Yep. He played for the Sabres when he was
in really rough shape.
When he was younger.
Well, obviously when he's younger, because that's actually, I think I was young by that time.
And he was a right wing at that time. Yeah, you were like 2 years old?
I don't know, what's the year on it?
The year is... No, you were 2 years old. It
So
is
71, 72.
Yeah, you would have been 2 years old because of where your birthday is.
So, yeah. So the reason it's one of my favorite base cards is because we found it in the house I grew up in. It's probably one of the worst shaped cards I have, but sentimental, it's very, very important to me. Okay, so number 2 is our Chrome card.
Which is actually a different sport. It is a...
Thanks for telling me. I would not have known.
It is a Panini Prism of Dion Wright for the Toronto Raptors.
DeLon Wright.
This isn't our numbered card at all, but it's actually numbered 228 out of 299.
Yeah.
And this is his second year of playing.
Yeah. But the reason this is our favorite Chrome card is it's a Raptor card, which obviously, us being from Canada, from Canada. That's why, Canada is actually just spelled C-N-D.
Yeah, because C-A-N-A-D-A.
But anyway, this is our favorite Chrome card because it's the red on red with the Raptors red jersey. Okay, so our next card is our Refractor.
It is another. This one isn't actually a sport.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes,
it's actually a comic book.
It's a non-sport.
Yeah, but that's not a sport.
We pulled this. I bought some packs from Jimmy Redbeard over at Redbeard Breaks, and he pulled this out of a Marvel pack from us. I think it's 2021, but I'm not 100% sure because I can't see that well, and you haven't looked at the back.
It is Upper Deck.
It is Upper Deck.
It is Marvel Ages. This is Wolverine, and this is a 2020.
Yeah.
Apparently it's Decades, so...
Yes, it's Marvel Decades.
Yeah, so the Wolverine on the front was actually from the front of a comic book that came out at 1993. It was Wolverine's 133rd comic book from his own solo comic books.
Cool.
I read that all from the back.
You read that all from the back, and you memorized it. So that's our favorite Refractor card. It's just really cool, like an ice one. So next up is our numbered card,
which is football.
No, it's a football card.
It's
not a football.
So it's a new sport.
It's a new
and it's
sport.
Football.
It's yes.
Okay, so this is Dwayne Jarrett and Steve Smith. It is a dual signature card, but this is not counting for a signature one either. This is a Topps co-signatures. It is not counting for our reflective one either, as you saw earlier. It is a numbered card, 195 out of 150, and it's number 29.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay, our next card is our autograph.
Okay, so our next...
Sideways.
So my dad's going to talk about this one because he has the story behind it.
So this one here is my favorite autograph because I got it in person. Adam Copeland, which is Edge, used to come from Orangeville, which is 50 minutes away from us. His mother used to work at Walmart when I worked there, and he used to come in all the time, even when he was in the WWE, and everybody would just stand back and would point and everything else to him, where I would always go up and talk to him because I used to play hockey against him when we were both younger. So I've known him very well and everything else, and he did a book signing after his book was released, and my wife and I went in and got the book signed, and we also got the card signed. And he remembered me from Walmart working with his mom. So yeah, that card's kind of special to me as well because I got it done in hand, and yeah.
All right, so our next card is again another sport. These last two will be the same sport, unfortunately.
No, the next two.
Yeah, the next
Not
two.
the last two.
Yeah, they are the last.
So this one here
is a Daryl Walter memorabilia. This is one of our newer cards. If you watched the last video.
Yeah, we just got it in the last little week. And if I remember correctly, if you read on the back, it is an actual race-used driver suit from an actual race that he was in?
The front of this card features a piece of driver's suit worn by the Hall of Fame driver during a personal race.
Professional race.
Whatever. It's
so
professional.
But growing up, my whole family was into NASCAR. My mom and my older brother were Dale Sr. And Bobby Allison. My dad was diehards, Dick Trickle, Ken Schrader, Dave Marcus. His all-time favorite driver was Alan Kowicki. But I was my second oldest brother was a Richard Petty fan. My youngest brother was a Davey Allison, Alabama gang, Davey Allison, Bobby Allison, Donnie Allison, and then went to Rusty Walls. But I was always a DW fan, right from the beginning. I loved the color. He had the greatest paint jobs and everything else, and he didn't know when to shut up, which I'm glad I'm not like.
He's kind of like me then.
Kind of like, yeah, you get that from your dad, though, of course. But anyway, this card was given to me in a surprise package last week by Huddle Card Collectors.
Yeah, Huddle.
I think it was Huddle Card Collectors. Oh, hold on. Anyway, it was. It really blew me away because when he opened it up, they weren't 100% on the NASCAR stuff, and I was kind of telling him who everybody was. And when this come out, I had said that I was a big fan of him and everything else, and he surprised us. And the card showed up with a whole bunch of other wrestling cards, and yep, there's his. That's their.
It's covering up Bobby.
That's their logo. Huddle Card Collections. They do a lot of pack breaks and mail days and stuff, but they open pretty much everything from any sport. They do Pokemon. They do soccer, wrestling, NASCAR, obviously. A lot of baseball and stuff like that, even some hockey. But yeah, he was. That's the first. I can honestly say when I opened it up and looked at it, that was the first time that I've been speechless in a video before.
Yeah, he was actually tearing up.
Well, that card means a lot to me, and they mean a lot to me now as well. So, but yeah. So our next card is the vintage card.
Which I got all say in this because this is my favorite team.
Yeah, but when North Coast baseball cards asked for the VR, he wanted to do those other 6, but he said if you could do these other 2, he'd also like to see them. So JR and I decided to do them. So JR picked this card because this is his favorite team.
Yep.
And one of his favorite players from that team.
Yep, and it's his all-star card. So
it's his all-star card, Tim Raines, which. He ended up going by the nickname Rock, and a lot of his newer cards, it's Rock Raines instead of Tim. Really super nice guy, from what I understand. Unfortunately, living in Ontario, they were in Montreal, so I never ever got to meet the gentleman. But yeah, so that's your favorite card. What year is it from?
It is from 1987, I believe.
Which is not really that vintage, but...
No, sorry, 1983.
Okay, but it's still, a lot of people wouldn't classify that as vintage. But for a 13-year-old and myself, I let him pick his favorite vintage card, and that's the one he decided on.
Technically, isn't vintage anything that's older than you?
I thought you said I was vintage, because I'm now 50, and you keep saying that I'm old.
You are.
Oh, okay.
You are vintage.
Yeah, and you're never going to get to your 14th birthday. You keep it up.
It's next month. I think I'll be able to make it.
I don't know. And lastly, he wanted to see our favorite graded card. This one I let JR pick again because...
we only had 4.
We don't have a lot of graded cards. We're not... we're set collectors, and we like to put everything in binders so it's a lot easier to look at and we can enjoy the cards. We don't do it for the money or anything like that. This is all just our personal collection, which I started when I was at JR's age or even a little younger. And he just started a couple years ago. He started with Pokemon. Then he's a goalie in hockey.
Wait. If we're going from when I originally began, I started it when I was 5.
With Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I let it go.
But a couple years ago. Yeah. A couple years ago.
Hockey.
He's a hockey player and he's a goalie. And a couple years ago he went to a tournament and they happened to sell little
goodie packs,
little goodie packs of cards. And he bought a few, and that unfortunately started his collection because he had the bright idea to put his collection with my collection. And now we do this, and we get mail, and we're on the trading card database, so we're always doing trades with other awesome guys from around the world. But yeah, so here's our card.
It is a Fred McGriff. We actually have two of these. This one is graded a perfect 10
by PGI.
Yep.
Fred McGriff, the crime dog. He played on the Jays, and that's one of the reasons I got it. I do have a pretty good collection PC of Fred McGriff, mostly from his Jays days, but I do have some from after he left and did even more. But yeah, this is our favorite graded card. I let him pick it out, and
yep.
Yeah. So there's your 8 cards, North Coast baseball cards. Hopefully you like our collection, and good luck to everybody else in both contests, Media Marauder and North Coast baseball cards. That's about it. I want to thank you guys for letting us enter, and
have a fucking good day.
Thanks, guys.